already set up. This is the free climb add-on. I have already converted the free climb add-on over. And so what we're going to talk a little bit today about is a third-party add-on that I've had a little bit of experience with, and I like to use my personal project, so I decided to add it in here as a little bit of a nicety for you. So here's what it is. So if we go under CB Games, third-party, first-person camera add-on, we can click Open Form Link. So this is the first-person camera add-on that we will be setting up with multiplayer support, and you can read through the form link here. And you know, there's a lot going on with this. It's been worked on for quite a bit, and so it's pretty robust. So let's go ahead and set it up here. So before we set it up here, I'm going to clean out my project. So I have already got it downloaded here. Okay. So if I come over here to check file status, we can see that the third-party first-person add-on has not been enabled. And we don't want to enable that until we have kind of gone through the import process. So let's do that now. So if we go to third-party, come over to here, the very first thing that we need to do is we need to download it. Now, if you see here, it says this is a third-party asset. It's free, provided by the community. And this may not necessarily be the most up-to-date recent version. So if you want to get the absolute most up-to-date version, go back to that form link and download it from there. But I'm going to go ahead and download this version. As of this video, this is the most recent version that's been released. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I want to download it. Now this happens sometimes here where you see I get an error during the download. So the most simple thing to do is I'm going to shut down Unity and restart it. Let's actually delete these coroutines. So let's try it again here. Okay, so it says downloading and it's done. And if you keep getting errors, just go back here to third party and open the form link. Come down here, and this link right here will download it for you. But anyway, so we can come over here, we can say refresh, and that will refresh it. We can see that the package has been downloaded to the third-party folder. So let's go ahead and open it up and import it. Okay, it's been imported. I'll just clear these out. So we can see the first-person add-on is here. Now we can go ahead and we see that the first person add-on support has not been enabled. So let's go to here and enable that, and we'll see it gets turned on, but we need to first click out of Unity, click back in, and we'll see here that it's compiling. Let that finish. And then when that's done, a new menu item will appear. If we go back to third party, we now see a setup option. Now with the setup option, you need to select the target that you would like to add the first person camera to. But I'm not going to do that first of all, so you can see the error that will happen with that. So let's go ahead and say setup. We'll say, hey, make sure you actually have this imported into your project. And we do. So let's go ahead and click continue. Yes, and it says you currently have the README here selected, but it's not a player controller. So let's try it again. So let's go ahead and select that multiplayer free climb controller. Go to third party again and setup. And it says, hey, a new camera prefab has been added to this. And we need to make sure that we turn off any other cameras here in the third person camera. So I'm not going to do that first of all, so you can see what happens when we don't do that. And then it says, hey, make sure you save your prefab. So, okay. So we see that a new camera here has been added, and in the game view, we can see the game view here is now according to that first person view, and that's this third person camera. Now there is a bug here with a third person camera that if I select it here, you see it resets the camera. So it's best to, I'm just going to delete this again. And you'll see it did add a head track component. Since this one didn't have a head track component, it added the first person camera component and the multiplayer first person camera check component. So I'm going to go ahead and just run the setup again. This is safe to run as many times as you want. So I'm going to run the setup again. Click yes, because it sets up the camera almost exactly perfect for this particular character. So I'm going to go ahead and click on him, go to overrides, and apply. Now I can come and, oh, it still doesn't. So let's Control Z that. I thought that would fix it, but I guess not. So let's go ahead and apply him there. I'm going to disable him from the scene. And you'll see that this first person camera here is set. So the way I have multiplayer set up currently is I am using the auto connect component. And if we come over to here to the spawn settings, the auto spawn player is enabled, and we are spawning the multiplayer third person character that prefab that we just saved back to. So when I click play, it's going to automatically connect to the master server, make a new room called my testing room, and it's going to join that room. So let's see that now. So if we click here, we can see in the play view, and then click play. Okay, and you can't really see it here, but I'm going to click W. You see I'm running forward relative to this camera because this camera is still enabled. So one thing to realize is you cannot have multiple vThirdPersonCameras in the scene at the same time because they will conflict with each other. So let's go ahead and fix that now. That was that pop-up that it was telling you before. So let's just disable him. And you can have multiple cameras in the scene, just don't have the third person camera component on that camera. So if you wanted to, for example, have some sort of pass through camera while you're waiting for a player to load, and then disable the camera when he's loaded in, you could do that. But let's go ahead and click play now, and let's see how it works. Okay, so yep, that is working great. I can come over to here, I can climb up. Yep, so this is working perfect. And so let's go ahead and build this and have another player play with me at the same time. So let's go ahead and say build and run. Okay, let's click play. And I'm just going to bring that over here. And in fact, before we do that, let's set up my character here. Let's come over here and click play. And then I'll just drag this over here. And you can see the main view over here. And then come back here. And there he is. And you can see him looking around in real time. And, he'll react and he'll still be the exact same. It's just now everybody's in the first person camera view. So hopefully that helps somebody set up this project. Thanks, bye.